Oh, Dragon, why you're not recording? Hello, YouTube. This is Talk Discussion, and I'm Nitro Driver.
I'm Apple, yes.
And that kid right there that's or hacked prestige is Mech Dude. And the reason Dragon isn't talking...
The hack sword.
Sorry, I'm eating gummy worms. You guys talk for a second.
Well, I wanted to bring up the discussion of the problems in Modern Warfare 2, because there's a lot, and I get Nitro will agree with me.
Yeah, and like the teamwork in Modern Warfare 2 versus Warhawk. So me and Dragon brought in Mech Dude and Alpha to have some other opinions. I know we talked about that last time, but these guys might have some different opinions on the subject of teamwork in Modern Warfare 2 and War.
There really is no teamwork. There's no teamwork whatsoever. You're a lone soldier out there, and, you know, you gotta do whatever you can to live. Even if you have to use your best friend next to you as a shield. Well, friend, if you see a guy, if you were to be able to grab them, I would use them as a human shield.
That's a trick question, Alpha. You're not supposed to answer. Never mind.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, so, now that we have Alpha's opinion, which is the exact same as mine, he's not being stuck up, I think. And Mech Dude, why don't we hear your opinion?
Well, there is no teamwork in Modern Warfare because there are kill streaks, and I believe that if there weren't, it would be a lot better. Like Warhawk,
okay.
there's no special kill streaks. Like if you go on a 50 kill streak, you don't get a nuke or anything, make your team win. But there is that stuff in Modern Warfare which people just camp it up to get kill streaks for their team.
Yeah, I think kill streaks really encourage camping, and they discourage teamwork. And
Yeah.
I read this blog that showed a leak thing that was like just a rumor. It was fake, but it was actually, it would be kind of neat if they did this. But what somebody said is that they were lying, of course, but they said Ford is going to release this new kind of kill streak system that's not necessarily kill streaks, but it's team points. So
Yeah.
if you do things for your team, say so like you capture the flag and capture the flag. If you do that, you build up your team point stamina or whatever it is, and once it gets to a certain point, you get your whole team like calls in the nuke, and you all get points for it or something, or your whole team calls in a kill streak, and that would really encourage teamwork instead of one kid sitting in a corner waiting for somebody to come with a noob tube, which happened to me this morning about 5 times in a row.
I have to disagree. I don't really think they're going to do that, because I think the way Infinity Ward did this was they thought COD 4, you know, it was such a great game, and they're going to make Modern Warfare 2 the best. Now, the second Modern Warfare 2 went out, they thought they were the big shots. They thought, you know, they had this shit going on, and they're sitting there with their coffee and donuts, checking out the servers. They're not really going over anything. They don't really care as long as the people playing their game and having a good time. I have to say this game is pretty good, but the teamwork sucks, and they're still sitting there eating their coffee and donuts and watching us.
Exactly.
So, Alpha Wolf and Mech Dude, preferably Mech Dude first because he hasn't been talking. What do you think about the weapon system in Warhawk versus Modern Warfare 2?
I personally like the weapon system in Warhawk because everyone uses the same weapons. There are no attachments or special perks that give you more like stopping power or whatever. There's no perks that make your guy run fast. But like there's only 9 or so weapons in Warhawk, and everyone uses them, versus the 30 or so weapons in Modern Warfare. Use
And it's
perks
fair
with their
gameplay.
weapons, have a fair advantage over.
I would prefer the weapon system in Modern Warfare 2, because in Warhawk, you had to go search for all these weapons, and, you know, you'd be out of the action, and before you even got your weapon, probably a tank would roll over you, and you'd be dead. So...
I can just imagine a tank falling out of the sky, landing on your head right when you get the rocket launcher.
I've had that happen. An APC. But it was an APC. It fell off the roof and it landed on me. I don't know how the hell it got on the roof, but it got on the roof.
I was an amazing APC driver. I could get it on the roof of the destroyed Capitol building. That's how pro I am.
Right, so you had a big problem with lag in Warhawk. I don't experience that in Warhawk or Modern Warfare 2. I don't know where.
Yeah,
I
that's
saw a
another
little
thing.
bit of lag, but, you know, not much.
That's another thing. What do you guys think about lag in Modern Warfare 2 versus Warhawk? Because honestly, what I've seen is in Warhawk, you can hit somebody in the head with a rocket launcher and see it explode on their head, and you don't even, like, that get an indicator that it killed them or hit them or even damaged them. And they can walk away from that. And same with a grenade, any explosive in that game. And then in Modern Warfare 2, I mean, you hit somebody with a rocket, they're going to die. That's your me.
Well, personally, I'd prefer the lag in Warhawk because if there's some guy lagging who's the host of, it'll shut down the server and you guys will all be disconnected. Versus Warhawk, if there's one guy lagging, people can still go on and play and...
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, dude, your mic cut out at the very end of that. Did you say anything else?
No.
Okay. Well, Alpha?
Well, I was saying that Warhawk, the lag, yes, what McDude said, but I think Modern Warfare 2 with the whole, you know, switching the connections to another host, the migration, it's always failing. And sometimes when it switches the connection to the new host, it's still lagging. So I think they should just take away the host migration overall. Because I think it's horrible.
Well,
and like one of my friends, he was like 1 kill away from a nuke, and then he actually got the nuke, and he was about to call it in, but then they had they had a migration fail, and he never got to call it in.
Yeah, that really sucks when that happens. And like I said in my most recent commentary, I said sometimes host migration can be more obnoxious than when the host ends the game in Call of Duty 4, just because you're stuck in there. I mean, you can't leave. The host is migrating. If you could, that'd be great, because then you could just get out of there and join a new game before it actually does it. And then once it did migrate, it usually doesn't take the best host, which is kind of stupid because the whole point of it is to find a good host for the game. And it's not doing that. It's finding the fastest host it can get to at that time. With the server connection, you got to test it over a little bit longer than half a second. I mean, I'm not saying I like it to be long, but I like it to be, they're gonna not, at least if they're gonna take forever, just do it right, you know? In Warhawk, everybody's connection had an individual, like, it was just like their connection is what determined how they played. Yeah, so like if somebody's ping was like 9,000, which happens sometimes, they're going to have terrible connection. Everybody's fine. In Modern Warfare 2, if one guy has a really bad connection, it screws it up for everybody. Yeah.
Now, the thing was, like I was going back to where they thought they were big shots, was Halo 3 and Bungie, like Xbox 360, they're big shots. They're sitting down eating their coffee and donuts, but they're doing something to fix the problems. They don't really have lag in Halo 3.
Coffee and donuts and gummy worms.
Yeah, gummy worms are coffee. Well, since we're on the subject of like games and stuff, how about we stop biatching and, you know, complaining about Call of Duty and Warhawk? What new games are you looking forward to, Nitro?
Honestly, I like Modern Warfare. Mag is okay. No, what I am looking forward to is improved Mag. Mag is a great game. It's got great potential, but there's something missing. It just needs some perfection with all the control and everything. And one thing that I think I noticed that's just like kind of weird, it's not like a really big, in fact it's a very detailed, like this detail-oriented thing. It's very small. When you're walking in Modern Warfare 2 and you jump off of something, you kind of, like you can tell that your guy like hit the ground, he kind of bounces a little bit, like he's down and like crouches when he hits the ground instead of just falling and standing still. And that doesn't happen in Mag. And say you're running really fast in Modern Warfare 2 and you slow down to a stop, and Mag you like stop right away. And I think it's just that character function that kind of makes it seem like you're not the character. And in Modern Warfare 2 I think they did a really good job at that. In Warhawk they did a really good job at that, because I've slid off cliffs many times running too fast. So, I don't know.
I'm looking forward to Alien vs. Predator. I've been playing the demo all week. It comes out tomorrow. I'm really psyched. The thing about Alien vs. Predator is probably anyone that's going to play the demo is probably going to say, the graphics suck, this game's horrible. But it's just the pure fun of shoving your tail through some guy's chest and then out his mouth.
Alright guys, I think we're almost out of time. Alpha, that was a very disturbing description, and I like it. So we will have a link to Alpha Wolf's channel right here, like Dude's channel here, and a link to my channel right there. Alright, so we'll see our discussion that turned into Modern Warfare 2 discussion in the middle, and I'll see you guys later.